Welcome back, Shade Squad. Today we are going to talk about Mara stock, but first make sure to knock out the like button in the next 5 seconds.
Do you ever just get down on your knees and thank God that you know me?
For those of you new to the stock market show, this show focuses on common sense investing by buying good companies that trend on the yearly time frame and generating income by abusing stock market patterns. So if you're tired of finance YouTubers that go blah 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 without giving you an actual strategy, a game plan, this is the channel for you. Alright, with the intro out of the way, let's go over what we're going to do in this video. We're going to go over Mara stock. We're going to go over the technicals, check for abusable patterns. Then we're going to talk strategy and end the video with my personal price target for Mara stock. Now, as you can see here on Mara stock, we have a very important level right here at around 1650. We had to break above 1650 for us to go to 21. We have then since pulled back to this level, and guess what? That's a nice. Let's measure that move here from the high to the low right now. Assuming it bounces off of this, you're getting a 22% discount from that $20 high. So, you know, that's what we're looking for in the markets. We're looking for discounts. So you're getting a nice discount. And we do have earnings tomorrow, so maybe it drops even lower, maybe not. It doesn't matter. If it drops, we buy more. If it pumps, cool, we're going to make money either way. This stock, when you look at the technicals, it's a buy right here, right now. If earnings sends it lower, again, it's still a buy. Nothing has changed other than it's giving you an even bigger opportunity, because you get to buy cheaper and then you make more percentage-wise when it goes eventually back to 21.50. So if it drops back to like $15, which if it does that, I'm buying even more. From 15 to 21.50, that's almost a 50%er, 42%. So if any drop is nothing more than opportunity, because we know this is a bull market. Stocks do what? They continue to go higher. So it's very easy. Think of 21.50. Think of this level up here as that's your magnet, and we're eventually going to go there at some point, and we're going to make our money. So as of right now, if you were to buy here, you stand to make about, what, 25%? Yeah, 27%. If it drops more, you stand to make even more. So that's how you have to think of it. It's very volatile stock. But again, well worth trading if you want something that's going to move up and down a couple dollars over the course of a week. Now, let's look at abusable patterns. Patterns that we can abuse on Mara stock. Let's switch on over to the patterns, and we're going to start with the yearly time frame. Let's see if we can find any patterns here. Let's see, yearly time frame. We have not had, if we look at the yearly time frame, you'll notice we have not had a green year for Mara stock. We had a red year in 2022, 2 green years here in 2020 and 2021, and then 1 green year in 2023, then 2 red years. So far this year has been red, but looks like it wants to turn green. So what I'm seeing here personally is I'm seeing a trading range between a low of 4 and a high of 30s. And it's sitting right in smack dab in the middle of that range. Buyers showed up at $10, pushed it up. I think it's still a buy here, and I think we will inevitably go back to at least 20 plus. If we go to 30 and you want to use that as a target, that's not a bad idea, but keep in mind, this is a yearly time frame. It can take quite a while for it to move back to the top of this range. So on the yearly time frame, it looks like we're due for a green. We have not had a green year for this stock. And one could say we are due for one. 2 green years, 1 red year. 1 green year, 2 red years. Maybe this becomes green. And then we have another green year to follow and we go to 40. Maybe. We'll see. But again, we're looking for patterns. So on the yearly time frame, at least, we have a trading range And it's a classic buy low, sell high, or buy at the middle of the range and sell at the top. Either way works. Quarterly time frame, we have a wedge. We broke out of the wedge. That's a nice little pattern there. It's a quarterly time frame. So what does that mean? It means for an entire quarter, we broke out of this wedge to the upside, and it could mean continuation, which would mean for the next few quarters we continue to climb higher, like it did here and here. Now it's a quarterly time frame, so it's going to take a while to play out. But you can be certain that when we break out of this kind of pattern, we usually go higher. Now let's look at the monthly here. On the monthly time frame, it's very clear that we have a lot of support at around the $15 area. That's why I have that green box there. $15, $14, that whole area is the biggest buy zone. That's like where demand is very high from buyers. Buyers love it at 14 to 15. They show up with so much strength that it pushes it back to 26 here, or it pushes it back to 30 in this case. And if it does come down because of earnings, cool, we know that it's inevitably going to come back up to 20 at the minimum. Now let's look at the weekly time frame. We pull back on the weekly time frame, and you'll notice this stock, it loves to fluctuate around that purple line. Goes way up above the purple line, comes back to it, way above, back to it, way above, back to it, way above it, then it comes back to that purple line underneath it, giving you a massive discount, and it's above it right now. But the most important thing is once it's above, once the price is above that purple line, it likes to act as support. That purple line likes to act as a line in the sand. It likes to act as our support for at least the weekly time frame. And you can see here it touches it and bounces off of it every single time. Even if it dips underneath it, that's fine. But what the weekly time frame is telling you here is, hey, once the price gets above that purple line, it inevitably not only just comes back to that purple line, but it acts as a point where it bounces off of it and goes higher. Or at the very least, in this case, we're looking for it to go back to at least 20 plus, 20 to 22 in the short term. Again, it's a weekly time frame. It's going to take a while to play out. Too many people, they want to trade daily and make their 5-10%. We're looking to capture 50 to 100% or more over the course of months. Because I'm lazy. I don't want to sit there watching daily charts. Not even daily charts, hourly charts. I don't know. I don't really day trade, so I don't know what the hell. I don't know how to day trade. I'm not even going to pretend like I do. But there you go. That's your analysis in terms of patterns that we can abuse in the markets. A lot of patterns, a lot of different patterns from different time frames. But overall, the pattern is we eventually go back to 20 plus. Now, let's go on and talk strategy. Strategy here, I'm going to keep it real simple for you guys. The strategy is to buy under $20. Buy under 20, okay? Write this down. Grab a piece of paper. If you want to be a professional, this is what you got to do. You got to grab a piece of paper and you write down Mara stock. Okay, you write down Mara stock and you tell yourself, yes, I'm going to buy under 20. And you're going to write a little note for yourself. I'm okay with holding through some red. And then you want to follow up and write sell at 20 plus. And because you can measure how much you can make, potentially, if you were to buy here, you can even write potential return 28%. And there you go. You got yourself a game plan. It's that simple. Write it down. Don't be lazy. Because I've had too many people, they talk about, oh, I'm going to buy here and then sell at 20. And then they hold for more. And then it goes back down to their average. And they're like kicking themselves for not selling. Or they do the opposite. They sell too soon. And then they kick themselves for selling too soon. That's why you got to have a game plan and you stick to it. If your game plan is, hey, I'm going to buy right here at 1668 and sell at 20, cool, you're going to make, 15, 20%. And that's awesome. But you stick to it. You stick to it. You don't go, oh man, I think I'm going to hold for more. You don't sell too soon either. You don't sell at 17 because you're like, oh my God, I'm in the green finally. You stick to the game plan. I mean, you can go to there's some free online whiteboards. You can even, let me show you. Mara stock, buy now at under 18, under 20, sell 20 to 22. Stop loss, yes, there you go, that's it. It's that simple. Can you believe people are that lazy? They don't want to even do something that simple. Like, look at this. It didn't take me that long to write this down. And yet, believe it or not, people are so lazy. That's the game plan. You stick to it. You don't stray from it. You don't go, oh no, I'm scared. I'm going to sell because I'd rather take the 5% because I'm finally in the green. And then then it goes 50% and you're like, oh, should have held. Oh no. Like, stick to the game plan. Be okay with taking that. As soon as you enter the trade, you're okay with just that 20% or 15%. Which you should be okay with. I don't know why that's even a problem. It shouldn't be a problem to make 15 to 20%. For some reason, people will like see that and they go, oh, but I want 50%. I wanted more. Stick to the game plan. If your game plan is I want to sell at 30, then that's your game plan. But stick to it. And now, my personal sell target, drum rolls, please. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. JP Shades Mara stock price target of $25. You saw this at the beginning of the video. JP Shades here. Not JP Morgan. JP Morgan doesn't know what they're talking about. JP Shades Mara stock price target $25 minimum. That is the target you should aim for a potential 50% plus move from current prices. Exercise patience, exercise discipline, use the strategy, stick to the rules, stick to the game plan. No fear, no emotions. You follow it like a bot. You're going to make your money. You're going to come back to this video and say, how did you know? Don't click off just yet, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about this year's bonus play with Netflix stock. If you want to learn more about this play, check out the video in the description below. There will be a link and you can see the potential for 25 to 50% on this bonus play. So Netflix stock, just a real quick rundown. Trends on the yearly for the past 13 years. It's only had 2 red years and 11 green years. Let that sink in. Again, check it out. Great bonus play. Now let's move on to the next part of the video. That's it for this episode of the Stock Market Show. Patreon.com/ShadesandTrades if you want to join the private Discord for trade alerts. As you can see here, Shane, cool, thanks man. I made over 50%. I'm really excited. I really appreciate your work. I did take profit. I love this. Jeff, advice on when to buy and sell makes the difference of thousands of dollars. $50 a month is well worth it. Virgilus, Shades Houstings, sitting on 1,600 shares of Sound, up 21%. Shall I keep holding? So again, patreon.com/ShadesandTrades for trade alerts. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Take care, guys. Risk is managed.